Sorry y'all are hearing the background of my house. Let me put on some music. Alright, give me 1 minute. I'm coming. Running a little bit behind. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm gonna wrap up my head and get my necklace on, and I will be right with you all. Don't look at my mess. I think I got a mess in the corner. Did it show up on the screen? No, it didn't. Good. All right. My hair's ugly. Let me wrap up my head and put my light on and my mic. Y'all know my lives are crazy. So give me a sec. I just didn't want to have y'all sitting there like, she said 3 o'clock. Where is she? So I said, let me at least be live. Y'all just have to bear with me as I set up fully. Setting up this light is always a pain. So sorry. Oops. So I'm like, how do y'all make this light so that it's not overshadowing my camera? Okay. This is going to work. Okay, let me put my hair out of here. Now, I've been trying to find something gold to wrap on my head because somebody told me that's going to be my color for the month of October. I said, is it? Is it going to be the color that's going to, like, take me to my leveling up? Why is there a safety pin in my head tie? What does that mean? A safety pin stuck on my head wrap. And I had a crazy dream last night too, y'all. So I really need to look into it and find out exactly what this dream meant. While I wrap up my head and I sage, I'm gonna tell y'all the dream real quick, right? It's crazy. I had this dream, right? That so I had this dream, right? Maybe I could lower this a little bit. Guess we good. So I had this dream, right? That I was on a damn boat. Now it didn't start on the boat. I can't remember everything as to how it started. So I just know I ended up at the dock. I felt that I was in New York somewhere, and that it was like some ferry. Not really sure why I was at the ferry. And it wasn't a Staten Island ferry. It was weird. So I was at this dock and I was like getting ready to get on the boat. And in order to get on the boat, you had to take off your shoes and put on water shoes. Now, when I was telling my daughter that, she was like, that's a red flag. Who the hell want to get on a boat where they're like, you got to wear water shoes? Yeah, like you're going to be in the water. Well, it so happens on this boat, right? I should have left it alone. On this boat, you step down off the pier, like onto this like cement landing, and your feet do get wet. It looks like you're stepping into the ocean, but there's cement. There's something you stand on. So like I stepped onto the landing, and I don't know if I should keep that on. I stepped onto the landing, and I get on this boat, and it takes you. It's a small boat, takes you to a bigger boat, right? So I go to the bigger boat, get on, and the seats are like row. And it's about 3 people to a row that could fit. So I'm on the boat. Don't ask me why the boat goes onto a bridge. We go on a bridge. Why? I don't know. The bridge starts to open like a drawbridge. Technically, boats go under the drawbridge. So why the hell are we on the drawbridge? So everybody in the boat starts yelling like, yo! And then the boat stops moving. We tilt back while the bridge goes up, comes back down. We're back in the water. I have to look all of this up because, I don't really read dreams, so I don't know what all of that meant. So anyway, long story short, some girl sits next to me on the boat and squeezes in, and she starts sitting all crazy, trying to make me and the girl next to me uncomfortable. And finally, being who I am. Eventually in my dream, I'm like, yo, you are crushing us over here. You weren't even sitting here initially, and now you're sitting here and you're making us uncomfortable. Like, what the hell? This girl immediately wants to get violent. She's like, so you want to fight? You want to fight me? Now, I'm grown, and I'm grown in the dream. So I'm like, um, first of all, I'm not fighting you on a boat. That's stupid. Okay, I'm not fighting you on a boat. That's like somebody that wants to fight on a balcony. I'm not doing that. Second of all, I'm not fighting you because you're squishing me in a seat. I'm just going to tell you one more time to stop. If you want to make it a problem, that's on you. But I'm not going to be the one that's escalating it over some stupid shit like that. So she's like laughing and everything. I slap you, and I'm like, yeah, all right. Meanwhile, the girl on the other side of me now is like pushing me back, and I'm like, girl, it's her, it ain't me. Chill out. I don't even know what freaking happened. Next thing I know, the boat rides over. We're back, headed towards the dock, and the little boats come. We get on these little boats. We get back to the little cement block. Step back up onto the pier, and I don't see my damn shoes. My Puma flip-flops are missing. So when I first put them there, I noticed there was like a billion other black flip-flops. And I kept saying to the people in charge, how am I going to find my shoes when I get back here? Oh, everybody finds them. Oh, you'll be fine. Of course, my shoes are missing. Me and another woman are walking around like, yeah, I don't see mine either. You don't see yours? Maybe we were cross dreaming and she was having the same dream somewhere else. But yeah, we were the only two who could not find our shoes. There were other people sitting around just looking out at the ocean, but they're pretty much just chilling. Everybody from the boat ride got their shoes and they're gone. There's no shoes around, at least not the ones that belong to us. And that's how I wake up. No shoes. I got to go home in a pair of boat shoes. Water shoes. So I don't know what that dream meant. It wasn't like my other dreams. Wasn't no celebrities there. But as usual, in the last few dreams I've had, I lose something. So usually I retrieve it by the end of the dream. In this dream, no. My shoes, never found them again. So I'm not sure what that meant. Oh God, you can't see my dirty laundry pile back there. Usually it's in my little drum bag and you can't see it. I'm about to hide it now. Do that make sense? Yes, it does to me. Y'all not supposed to see my dirty laundry in my video. Okay. Much better. Okay. So today is a 911 reading. I've been moved to do this reading for quite some time, as most of my readings, 911s I usually do immediately. However, for some reason, this 911 sat here for a while. Not sure why. I think because I was burnt out. Like my energy was totally spent for a minute, and I could not pull myself to do the 911. So today I feel like super duper charged. You ever feel like that? Like you plugged in and now your energy's like I don't know. If you never felt like that, well, that's how I'm feeling. Okay. So I'm feeling drawn to like give messages that may only apply to certain people. I didn't even put my teeth in. Y'all lucky I put on a bra, so I almost didn't do that. But then with this top, I said, ooh, you can see a little bit too much. So I stopped, I put that on. But yeah, I was like in a rush. It's like now the 911 is at the point where it's like, okay, you got to get it out. Look, I missed hair. It's supposed to be up. Anyway, what I have here for you guys today is a general 911. Now, I hope that I'm getting a good connection. I hope everybody can hear me. I hope you see me well. It's time to get into it with Amina. Peace, Lay. You made it. Okay. So anyway, the way this reading is going to go today, and it's very interesting the way they got it set up. As you see, it's a 911 messages from Ascended Masters. Now, two of the masters, I know who they are. One of these pals, I have no idea who the Ascended Master is. They're literally going to tell me live when I shuffle. Okay? So then you won't even know who it is. It's a mystery pal. Okay? That's why I say you can choose one pal, or you could get a message from each of them. But if you feel drawn to just one, then go with that one. It's 911. That means it's an emergency, something that you need to know. And these emergency messages have to be known before October. And I think that's why I had to do it today. It was like, nah, they got to know this before it goes in October. Can't keep putting it off. recharge, reboot, and let's go. So the way it's opening is I'm doing a general. If you were just drawn here, and maybe you're one of the people, you don't really got that much time, maybe spirit knew that already, or your ancestors or the ascended masters, they knew. They said there's some of these light workers that they kind of got the same message coming in, but they're not going to have time to sit here and pick a pile and get the full extent. I'm opening with a general read, okay? The general reads are always vague. It's just going to be, this is what you need to know, okay? You can take that and you can go on with your day. Of course, subscribe first to the channel if you haven't done that already and like the video. That keeps me in the algorithm, helps me, get these videos out to more people who need them. But the general read is going to be tea leaf reading cards. And for some reason, the Game of Thrones deck jumped out at me. I haven't used this one in a minute, but I plan on catching up on my series, The House of Dragon, today. So maybe that's why it jumped out at me. So anyway, I'm going to pull some cards from here, like I usually do. I don't really look. Shuffle them around a bit. And I'm going to pull them. I'm going to read them to you once I get the Game of Thrones cards out. General read, it's going to give you a vague, heading into October, what you needed to know before October even starts. Okay? Got the tea leaf cards there. Wait, this one wanted to come, so I'm going to take it. I'll take them. Dang, that was more than one. Spirit be playing with me. I'll take one more. I mean, 6 more. Okay, so Game of Thrones cards. I want to pull, say I'm going to pull 3, but we'll see. I notice when I dictate to Spirit what's going to happen. My ancestors are funny. That work through me. Even my angels are funny. And they be like, yeah, okay, that's what you thought. So let me shuffle. My desk is here, so I have to shuffle on my lap. It's all good. Ain't no problem. So let's see. If my music is loud, just put that in the comments. Like, yo, your music's loud. Can't really hear you. It's angelic music, but it could be distracting. I don't know. To some people. Okay. I figure you'd rather hear that than to hear my kids outside the door. What do they need to know? The general light workers drawn to this reading before October. What do they need to know? Okay, you want to step up. That's 1. Let's keep going. 2, you're peeking out at me. 3. All right, bottom of the deck, 4. Okay, interesting. So let me see. All right, so the first card that came out is the 9 of Spears, which is the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is usually the weary warrior, somebody that's been fighting and working hard and doing everything they felt like they could do, but they just can't seem to win. But in this scene in the Game of Thrones, they think they're about to die. They think they're about to lose against the team that has the upside down human bodies on their shields. But in reality, the other side wins. So what I feel is going into October, you might feel like the odds are against you. Everything is working against you. You're tired of fighting. You feel like it's always some other obstacle. Every time you feel like I'm about to win, it's something else. But they're saying, don't give up yet, because you really are about to win. All right. Now I have a Knight of Spears, Knight of Wands here reversed. He's not a good guy in the movie. Not a good guy in the TV show if you watch the Game of Thrones. Right next to him is the 9 of Swords, which is one of his pets, and it's reversed. So some of you may be dealing with an energy. I'm going to show it to you right side up. These were both reverse cards. Knight of Wands or Spears and the 9 of Swords. All right. You're possibly worried about a masculine energy that's in and out your life, or you are kind of in that energy where it's like you feel like fighting, and sometimes you're just like, it's not worth it. And then sometimes you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then sometimes you're like, And with the 9 of Swords here reversed, you might spend a little bit too much time worrying about this. about, and I feel like it has something to do with your career and with work. You got the Eight of Coins here, someone who's really good. This guy is like a master sword maker. He makes all the shields, he makes all the weaponry. However, reverse, he's not being confident in his craft. All right, he's not confident in his ability to get work. He's not confident in his how great he is. So what I'm getting is that perhaps there's stuff that has to do with your career, with work, where you feel like I get this, but then there's always a hurdle, or I got an opportunity, but it's not what I wanted, or it's a lot of work, or whatever the case may be. But the problem is your vibration is flighty. Maybe you have a masculine side to yourself that's not at a king level yet. You haven't leveled up your masculine energy. Maybe you're a divine feminine on point, but your masculine side is kind of immature. Sometimes it's like ready to do, and then sometimes it's like, I don't want to do shit. And that flighty energy causes you to worry, because it's an energy that is a little bit hard to get grounded. When you're somebody who is passionate about something, and then when the passion dies out, you're like no longer interested. It can be something that's stressful, because it makes you feel like I'm not going to be able to hold anything down. I'm not going to be able to stay focused on anything long enough to see it to fruition. It's always going to be an opposition anyway up against me. I'm going to have way more people against me than behind me. And why keep doing it? I'll put my energy there when I feel like I got the passion for it. And when I don't, I'm going to withdraw it. But this bothers you. You don't get enough rest also. You're up at night. You're worried. You're thinking about how to get out of this situation, how to get out of a situation that you're in. That kind of makes you feel trapped. You feel caged in. And when you feel like that, it causes anger. More so than sadness. You might be very, very angry right now. Pissed the hell off, okay? Hey, babe. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So the Eight of Coins here is saying you're good at what you do. You're a master at your craft. However, you and your doubt, your constant doubting of your ability to really get the support that you need, to really if you put your passion, all of your passions into one bucket, you feel like it's not a good idea. You should not do that. It makes you feel vulnerable. You worry that you shouldn't focus all your energy there, because you're always going to have something that's going to come and get in the way. It slows you down, but something's coming in. We got a Chariot here also at the bottom of the deck. You don't see it coming in. Right when you feel like all is lost, your dragon's going to come in and save the day. Like, yeah, look how happy and victorious everybody looks. The dragon is here, so now we don't have to worry. Okay, so something's coming in October, and what I'm hearing is there's a need for you to change the way you think. There's a need for you to get some rest. You're not resting enough. Here's proof again. The Four of Swords reversed. You need to heal. See this person getting some healing? This guy literally was killed, and this woman's about to bring him back to life. So there's a need for you to find some way to recharge your energy, to reboot. And I feel like the only way to do that is to get some rest, take herbs, take your vitamins, do whatever you have to do to like recharge, reboot your energy. Because right now, what's coming for you in October is going to come in real quick. You might be at your wit's end right now. You might already be feeling a little bit too tired to even deal with anything new. So you want to make sure your energy is rebooted, because when this stuff comes in, you don't want to be exhausted. You don't want to be sick. You don't want to be in a position where you can't even accept new and great opportunities because there's things going on with you health-wise. And I feel like a lot of it stems from getting rest. Proper rest, okay? Looking at Reiki healing also popped up. So look into Reiki. All right, your tea leaf cards. Disappointment in some affair. Scissors. You're going to have to cut something off. There's stuff that you're doing that's draining your energy. Maybe you're doing too much. Maybe you're doing too much for others. There's something that you're going to have to cut off, because it's not given to you what you're putting in. So that's why you're getting a disappointment. And when you realize what it is, you're going to release it. We got November. Wow. So literally coming in November, you may find that things have greatly shifted because you've had to release something that was a disappointment, something that just is not doing it for you. All right. And you're going into the winter season where now it's time to take stock of everything, to rest, to do all of the things that maybe you wanted to do while you are during the fall season where you're shedding and letting go of stuff. Some people hibernate in the winter. For some people, they're recharged and they come out. Okay. Some people hibernate in the spring, and in the summer they bloom. It's all about how you do. But with this, I'm feeling like November for you, you're going to find yourself in a totally different energy. Yeah, you got problems you're dealing with right now. They're temporary. See the clouds, but the sun is there. It's the same energy here with November. The sun is there peeking through. So you may be dwelling on shit right now. It's not that serious, okay? Stuff that you could get through it. It's temporary, okay? We got the elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So you are going on a spiritual journey, or you're just going to travel somewhere. And when you finish this trip or whatever it is you're going on, you're going to find that you have gained some wisdom. I feel like the traveling may take place in November or just in the winter in general. All right. Star, guaranteed success. See what I'm talking about? So after this trip, you're going to find that your success shifts, that things change. Maybe it's even just a trip where you go away for a little bit, you retreat. Maybe you're not even going away on a vacation. Maybe you go stay with family, you go stay with some friends, whatever the case may be. Or maybe you just go within for a while, withdraw from the world, retreat. Either way, at the end of it, you will be in a better place. You're guaranteed to succeed. And November is going to show you. Now, don't dwell on something that does not, this disappointment here that you're going to go through. A wish will not be granted. I see broken wishbone. So there's something you really, really want. You're going to get a disappointment. So just be prepared. Something you really wish for is not going to go through the way you want. But that's temporary. That's a temporary setback. That's something that's just like, okay. And I feel like it's something you saw coming already. Something that you're already expecting not to go the way you want it. Or for some of you, I feel like it's already occurred. It's already something, a wish you had, it's not manifesting. Maybe it's a relationship that you thought was going to be forever. It's not forever. Maybe it's a job you thought was going to be forever. It's not forever. All right. A two-faced friend. We got a cat here that's two-faced it. So they play a big part in the disappointment. All right. They play a big part in something that you wanted not going the way you wanted. It could be somebody that you trusted, talking too much. Somebody you trusted that's showing you their ass now. Could be a boss that you work with that one minute they're like, hello, hey. And the next minute they're like, yeah. Or even someone you loved, a loved one. All right. Marriage. So we do have marriage on the horizon. It could be disappointment in marriage, or it could be marriage coming in for you. The astral house of marriage is playing a major part for you right now. I do feel like for most of you, it's either going to be a disappointment in an affair, something that you already saw coming. Maybe by November, you're already going to be in this place of just realizing this is not going to manifest. Or you're going to be in a place where you're going to feel like it's guaranteed to happen with somebody. Okay? Forces working against you, and a path with money is waiting for you to find it, are the last two cards for the general read. So I do feel when it comes to your love life, my dears, there are forces working against you. I feel like there's two-faced friends. There are people who are smiling in your face saying, oh, I love you guys together. And all along they weren't. There may be people who are in a loved one's ear of yours. There may be people out there dipping and dabbing and trying to do their little, weak ass magic. Sending their little weak ass evil eyes. Whatever the case may be, if you give it power, it will have power. if you don't even think about it, don't think about it. And that's what I'm feeling, because they switched the focus very quick. It's like they wanted you to be aware. So protect yourself, wear your stuff, whatever you got to do, say your prayers, call on your angels, call on your guardian, ancestors, whatever you got to call on. However, focus on this path that's waiting for you to find it. You have abundance of wealth coming in your way. And if this is where you focus your energy and you start to realize that your craft, as you saw in the tarot deck, is very, very special, and that if you just trust in it, abundance will come in through this specific craft. You may find you got to walk away from another one that you thought was going to be the end all be all. And if you are someone who struggles with walking away from stuff and letting things go and changing directions when a certain direction just doesn't work out, you are going to have a rough time going into October. There are going to be a lot of things that you are going to have to change your mindset on. For example, if you always dream to do a certain thing, that certain thing may show you it's not going to happen. It's not your wish is not going to be fulfilled. Why? Because you're supposed to be doing something else. Or maybe you're like, oh, this is the person of my dreams, but someone else is going to show up and that's not going to be the one. It just feels like something that you are dwelling on. And I'm really getting it in the area of work more so than love. The marriage thing, I've already explained to you, it's either going to be successful or it's going to be forces working against it, people hating on you, and you're going to fall into that arena. It's all about where you focus. But when it comes to the money path, I really feel it has a lot to do with your confidence as far as your gifts, as far as you not giving up. No matter how many people you feel like are against what you're doing or not really supporting it, if you keep doing it, it's going to be a success. All right? So that was the general read. Sometimes they could be kind of vague and confusing because they're general and it's for a lot of people. We're going to move on to the pick a pal. Now, my pick a pal is going to be shuffled live. I have not set up the pals. Even when I set them up, I don't know what I'm going to get. But I haven't set up anything. I picked out the decks for each pal, okay? And I'm going to let you know what they are, and I'm going to show you the crystal that are associated with it. All right, hold on. Okay, so 3 decks, making sure I'm saying that clearly. 3 different ascended masters with messages. The first one is the ascended master Jesus Christ, and represented by this quartz crystal. I don't show you the decks, sorry. You have to choose by the crystal. The second deck is the guide that I don't know is going to come through. Could be an ascended master, could be a deity, orishas, could be whatever. I don't know who's going to come through, but the second deck is represented by this piece of red jasper. I think it's Mukite jasper, if I'm not mistaken. And the third pile is Mother Mary. And she's being represented by this big piece of amazonite. So select your crystal or your pile, 1, 2, or 3. The quartz crystal, the red jasper, or the amazonite, or you can write 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. I say claim it. Or if you don't want to claim it and you want to listen to all 3 of them, that's fine too. Then you must be planning on being here for quite some time because we're already almost 30 minutes in. Okay. Let me move these crystals out the way. I hope my daughter out there is going to let me be great. I can hear someone whining. She's upset right now because she can't get my phone. Sometimes I let the twins play on my phone. And then when they start to think it's really theirs and have a problem and they can't have it. So my oldest has my phone right now, and I'm sure one of the twins is giving her hell for it. Good luck with that. All righty. So if you chose pile number 1, the message from Ascended Master Jesus Christ. This is your 3 decks here. We have the Secret Forest Oracle, Angels for the Modern Mystic, and the Journey of Love Oracle as your advice deck. Each pile has a advice deck, tarot, and just a random oracle deck. This pile did not get tarot, just like I think the next pile does not have a random oracle deck. It has like 2 advice decks, but I'm going to use one of them as the oracle deck. So it's the last one. Okay, but anyway, it doesn't matter. We get the message. Okay, my pile number 1s, you need some clarity. It's like maybe you already kind of know what to expect moving into October, but you want, or maybe you don't. When you need clarity, it's like, I'm not sure. I can't really see forward. I'm in a fog a little bit. I also feel like there's a need for, oops, let me move this. There's a need for some love in your life. And it could be relationship love, it could be self-love, whatever the case, it's big on love. Because when you choose Jesus Christ, that is the epitome of unconditional love. And, just being open to loving all. So you may find yourself being drawn, or maybe your favorite color is green, maybe even pinks. You might even be feeling like wearing a lot of white. I feel a lot of Obatala energy. So if you're in the Yoruba, even if you're not, Google it. I feel like you have Obatala walking with you right now, or riding your head. That's the father of all fathers. He walks in the white. All right, let's see initially what Jesus Christ's 911 messages for you that he feels you needed to know headed into October immediately. Okay. Oh, you're sticking up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I am getting what you needed to know first off is that there is going to be a big shift in where you live or you're living. At Mystic Meadow, Sanctuary, and the Dragonfly Spirit change. So if you see a lot of dragonflies, I even see the bear being a symbol for you. Lotus flowers as well. Waterfalls, meaning like windfall of just money coming out of nowhere is what I'm hearing. You have a rabbit there, which represents luck and speed. Things coming in quick. I feel like you are going to find your sacred space. It's going to be a big shift from wherever you are now. So if you focus on this energy, you can pull this in October. That's his first message. Be ready for a change in your living environment. All right. Maybe there's a need for some kind of sanctuary. Maybe you feel very guarded wherever you're staying. The rabbit has a sword in front of her. Just gives me an energy of feeling a need to guard and protect. Okay. But we got a fox here in the corner. And the fox for me always represents being on the low. All right. Because I almost didn't notice the fox. Okay. Be on the low with whatever moves or changes are coming in for you. Any opportunities right now, do not share them until they manifest. We have Ancient Oak Spirit for strength. You've been very strong. You persevered through a lot. Jesus is acknowledging, okay? You have a very strong energy about you. When you get the Ancient Oak Spirit, connect to the trees too. You got 2 cards with lots of trees in it. So I feel like that's a medicinal source for you. When you go out, you stand under a tree, hug a tree, put your feet in the grass around the roots of a tree. You can repower yourself. Okay. And I do see a light. That light on that door, it just gives me the feeling of a home, a sanctuary, a place where you could find peace. Maybe even for some of you, not necessarily a home, it could just be a space where you are able to go. And it's going to be a shift or a change in your environment to the point where it's going to feel like a whole nother world. All right. At the bottom of the pile, what you don't see for October is reflecting pool, stillness. There's a swan in the water when she reflects. So maybe right now you feel like I ain't doing what I need to do. I don't look that great. I'm beat down from all of the struggling I've had to do. But when she looks at her reflection, she's a beautiful swan. So you're going through a huge transformation right now where you're releasing a lot of emotions, a lot of negative self-talk as well. And you're flipping that around. And as you go within, and this is a number 33 card, which is a master number, as you go within and more trees, you will start to reflect all that you tell yourself you are. And I feel like you are going from one type of person to another type. You're leveling up right now. So whereas you might not feel that great. You might feel like you've been through hell and back again. But your reflection, that's not what's coming out. People are going to look at you and see you as beautiful, as strong, as resilient. You're going to have a lot of people who are going to see you as a beacon and want to come to your doorway because you're going to represent someone who's very strong, who's been through a lot. So expect a lot of that coming in October. All right, they're pushing me to go to the book for the ancient oak spirit. I wasn't going to, but I'll look it up. Maybe there's something here you needed to hear. Okay, put me right down here where it says, okay, the spirit of the ancient oak tree says, you are wise and strong beyond measure. Stand firm and rooted where you are. Speak your truth. You are intuitively guided in the right direction. That's what you needed to hear, apparently. So we're going to move on to Jesus Christ. This next message for you, I'm just going to call him Jesus. He said, you ain't got to do all that, Jesus Christ. And the spirit of Jesus is kind of funny. He does have a humor. Just for those who want to know. When I do check in, it's like even making jokes, like you saying Jesus Christ over and over again, it reminds me of how people call on me when they're upset. Jesus Christ. And I swear I'm probably one of the people who do that. So he's like, you could just say Jesus, because every time you're doing that, it sounds the same way when people are saying, oh my God, or Jesus Christ. So a little humor there. Okay, so we're going to go next to the journey of love. Late night, if you're still here, your deck actually showed up. Remember I told you my little game with Amazon? We got it. But that's not your surprise gift that's coming in from Amazon, so that you got to wait on. All right. What does Jesus Christ want you to know moving in to this next month for my Power Ones? Okay, this one jumped in my hand. Sweet Soul Rising. Now, this is a new deck for me. I do feel like you're leveling up, though. I really feel like you're leveling up. Wow, you almost look like an earth angel. And it's funny, I've been studying that a little bit more. Lightworkers, star seeds, earth angels. Almost feeling as if I have been called into all three of those. So you may feel the same thing being a part of this tribe. So if you've chosen Power One, of course, your next message is Sweet Soul Rising. I'm trying to get at an angle where you can see it without the glare. But no matter where I turn it, it's getting very bright. There we go. And your card says, you may feel lost in your own thoughts and feelings. This is the sweetness of surrender into another world. It's a time to dream, to wonder, not to be clear and sharp right at this precise moment. Now, I said that whoever chose this path, you needed some clarity. But here they're saying it's not really necessary to be 100% clear just yet. All right? If you have a clear plan, let it become soft and feel your heart open to allowing whatever may be. Just be open. Okay? We might believe that it is through tough action and dynamic assertiveness that we make our way through the world. Yet sometimes the sweetness of the soul rises, and instead we can flow gently with the currents of the cosmic ocean. Unsure of where we are headed, but safe in the truth that all waters naturally return to the ocean, where they are all wanting to go eventually anyway. You can use your own efforts to swim to your destination against the current at times, or you can float on the sweet love of your own soul as it enjoys the privilege of getting to know itself as one with the divine. This oracle brings you guidance now. Surrender and flow. This is not the time to assert your will and try to make things happen, no matter how much you may want to or believe that you should. There is something bigger happening, and everything is going to turn out perfectly according to a far larger plan that includes your well-being too, beloved. Sometimes we have to let go of our expectations about how that bigger plan will be achieved and just let it happen, trusting that it will actually take place even without us striving to make it so. This is one of those times. All right. Now that almost sounds like your advice, but I'm also going to give you the final word from Jesus Christ. Comes from the angels. Whoa, and they really they ready. Okay, hold on. Whoa, all right. Dang. Sorry, Power Ones. We're gonna try that again. The angels was like, let's go. Okay. All right, and I saw this one, and I just put her back in the pile, and she jumped out like, no, I'm supposed to be here. The angel of recovery. Heal your mind, body, and soul. If your bodily health is faltering, ask the angel of recovery to bring you healing. If you feel hurt or resentment or are experiencing pain, shock, or disappointment, you can become disconnected from who you truly are. Allow the angel of recovery to help you clear away harmful and draining energy and bring mental and physical healing. Recovery is a process. Whether your pain is physical or emotional, you can aid that process from the inside out as well as the outside in. Never underestimate the powerful connection between your mind and your body. Replace negative lifestyle habits with positive self-care and toxic thoughts with unconditional love. And if your heart is breaking, remember that it has the power to heal itself and to grow wiser and stronger in the process. And that's the final message for you from Jesus Christ. My Power Ones, I hope that resonated in some way for you, and you were able to blend that message with the message from the general reading. If you feel like there's maybe something else here that you need to know, stay tuned. We are moving, I'm going to actually move these out the way, to Pile 2. Pile 2 is the I don't know who's coming through. So first, you were drawn to this red jasper. There's something you're passionate about that needs a reboot. I feel like coming into October, you need whatever it is you're passionate about to finally do its thing. That's what my Pile 2s are like. I'm putting all my energy into something. I'm really focused on something, maybe several things. And maybe you are here to figure out what should I be putting all my energy towards, or why hasn't this thing I'm very passionate about manifested yet? Okay. So let's see who's going to come through, who's giving the message today. It's a lot of guides in this pile, so anyone could come through. Jesus Christ is even in this pile, and so is Mary, so they could come through more than one time. We're going to see. This card is not going back in. All right, so this pile has deities coming through. I spoke them up, or Orishas or saints. So they're not saying which one specifically, just deity, Orisha, or saint coming through. Maybe they'll reveal themselves in the reading, but right now I just feel like it's somebody that is connected to the energies of the deities, all of them, maybe all 9, the main ones, not all of them. I was trying to get a hint by maybe one of their names coming up, but no, they're not. It just said deities, so they're like, go with what we said. All right, so that's where the middle the second messages are coming from. The Orisha. So first we're going to go to the Tarot, the Circle of Life Tarot. Maybe you will get an idea there as to exactly where your passions need to be focused, or just what you need to do, period, coming into October. Take you. All right. Okay. All three of you jumped out, and we'll take a bottom one. All right. So the first card is the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. So whatever it is you're working on, are you an artist, my pal twos? There's something with visual arts I'm seeing, or drawing, or designing. Something with the arts coming through. Nine of Pentacles is here. That means you are about to you're actually going to find comfort financially in doing your art as your passion. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles, all you're missing is the 10. That means all you're missing is the love of your life, and you will be content. When you're doing your art, you see how she ain't paying attention, or he ain't paying attention to nothing else, just working on what he's working on. When that is going on, there's a peace. You're being protected in that work. It brings a transformation within you as well as in those who see it, who are touched by it. Take your time. It's developing. Okay, you see all the turtles walking around? That also represents earth energy, being grounded. Ground your energy, relax, allow it to continue to be a healing force in your life and not something that brings anxiety. It is helping you through a process of transforming, like really shedding a skin and exposing a more transparent and vulnerable side of yourself. You see, them walking around you, it's just almost like a guard, like you're being protected in this shift. Do your art. Don't worry about the coins, because the coins are coming. This is my artist pile. Right after that, Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, do what it is you feel called to do, because it's going, and I see intuition. You might feel like you can't see. Maybe that hood over your eyes, you feel like, I really don't see this bringing me in what I need. But there's something intuitive within you that you do know. You know that this is what you're supposed to be doing. Next to that, another Pentacles. Good Lord. The Knight of Pentacles. It's all about planting and trusting that what you planted will grow. The Knight of Pentacles is also sort of a magician. Really, really, really understands how the earth works. All right. You see, he has his wand. You see, he has it pointed into the earth. Everything he's planted, he knows the earth will bring forward. This gives me Rats of Nim energy. Makes me think of the leader of the Rats of Nim and how powerful he was. Silently powerful, not boisterously powerful. Very old and ancient beyond his years. Very wise. And because of that, he had a lot of well, not even a lot. He had people that wanted to hate on him from the sidelines and try to turn supporters against him. But if you keep yourself focused on what it is you're doing and what you planted, it will grow. You have 3 cards here with circles around you. That is like a circle of protection. Just what it is you're working on, what you're doing, you are being protected. Okay, it's coming. It's growing. Trust. And then you have, you know what? I read that wrong. Because this here is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a king. All right. Wow, I'm sorry. I knew I said there's a crown up top. I'm sorry. This is the King of Pentacles, or the Queen. Let me look at the picture in the book, because I misread that crown a lot. That may be the Queen, because I see little tatas. But let me just check to be sure. I don't want to misread you guys. Yes, you have all Pentacles cards going straight across. My goodness. Wow. Yes, that's the Queen. Okay. Oh my goodness. So you have the ability to make something out of nothing. That's your gift. Maybe it seems like you have nothing. Maybe it just looks like I'm making a little mandala here. I don't really have any much resources. I don't even have my own space. I'm outside with the animals doing it. But you are a Queen of Pentacles. You're intuitively calling this in. You know already that it's your birthright. It's what you're supposed to be doing. It's like you know already, even though you feel like you don't, like you can't see. Then you have right next to that the Knight of Pentacles, someone who actually plants and knows that the stuff it's going to grow, it's going to become something, has faith, puts his energy into the earth, stays grounded and trusts. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, your baby, whatever it is you're creating, it's coming. Acorns represent prosperity. The baby represents fertility. Whatever you're giving birth to, it is coming in. This is your answer. If you were wondering, where do I place my passion? What am I supposed to focus on? It looks like your art. Now, if that's not clear enough, maybe you have your hands in a billion different art forms. It's something that uses your imagination, something that is nothing until you put something there. Maybe you make oracle cards. Maybe you draw. Maybe you sculpt. Maybe you design fashions. It's something that starts from nothing. All right, until your art is added to it. That is where you need to be focused. Maybe you write. That could also be writing. A blank page is just a blank page till you put your artwork there. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's something you're gonna have to take a leap of faith. You really, really, really don't see. You really are sitting there, the Queen of Pentacles, with that thing over your eyes. You really don't see. You are supposed to take this leap of faith and just trust. Just trust. Ignore that cat at your heels trying to say, don't do it. You already know you are right. And that cat's been with you for a long time. I feel like some of you might have cats, or you had a cat and the spirit still hangs around. All right. It's kind of sending your little side message like, I'm still here. I still walk with you. Okay, that was interesting. That was very quick. You wanted to know where to put your passion, where your money's going to come in from. It's your creative art. Going to go to the Lantern Oracle and see what else you need to know from your deities. Very interesting. I'll give you one card from the Lantern Oracle, and then you'll get your advice from Rumi. Maybe you'll get some more insight on this creative work. Anything else, deity? Just really looks very artistic. It even looks like we are dancing here. Emotional energy. Emotions are messengers to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. So this is something you're doing that frees you emotionally. And it looks like more artwork, watercolors, but it even also looks like movement. So maybe dance as well. I'm getting dancing, writing, art, visual arts, fashion. Look at her outfit. Just looks like this could all be considered an outfit. Anything that is creative minded is where your riches lie, my pal, too. That's where your prosperity is, and that's where your passion is. That's where you will find your emotional satisfaction. Anything you do that brings anxiety, that stresses you out, it is not what you're supposed. It's not your passion, even if you like to do it. If it's becoming stressful, for example, I'll tell you, I love to do West African dance. I love traditional. I do. But the community brings me anxiety. The people in the community cause me to doubt myself. The people in the community cause me to feel like I have to put on a whole lot of protection just to be in it. And I've been getting shown lately that I need to pull back my energy. I can't be so in it. I could pop in and pop out, but I can't be in like I used to. I used to be in every damn week, if not more than once a week. Now, can't do it. Even got to block some people from the community. You might find that there's something you do, you love it, but it drains you. It makes you stressed. It brings anxiety. That's not what it is. It's the thing that makes you feel like this, just free and happy. So I'm going to read you a little bit of the message they want you to get. The Guardian's message from this card is shooting the emotional messengers for containing news that you do not like or want is as effective as shooting yourself in the foot over the need for a new pair of shoes. The job of emotions is to help you navigate your way safely and successfully through life. So let them. The key is whatever allows you to free your emotions, to release how you feel. This could be writing, this could be dance. Whatever allows you to release inner emotions is where your passions lie and where your prosperity lies. Okay? Last but not least, I'm going to give you a card of advice from Rumi. We love Rumi here in the Light Tribe. All of us light workers are of the Light Tribe. I say of God's Light Tribe. So I know you might be like, the Light Tribe. Okay, this called to me. I'm going to stop here. Resplendent with grace. The colors are similar to that last card from the Lantern Oracle. It gives me the idea of mountains that are, you're just laying on them with ease and letting the divine light guide you through. You're just going with the flow. And whatever challenges come your way, they don't feel difficult because you're enjoying the process, is what it feels like. All right, Resplendent with Grace says, my soul brightens in the darkness when I speak your name. And that has to do with the divine, God, or whatever deity, could be Orisha, whatever you believe in. You may wonder if you can attain the next stage of growth. You are already well equipped to do so, no matter what you might believe about the situation, circumstances, others involved, or even yourself. Your soul possesses more than enough grace to see you through anything you are bold enough to envision and any vision that life has bestowed upon you. Say no more. And that is your advice from your deities who are supporting you in opening up to your passion and bringing it into manifestation so that you can get the prosperity that is rightfully meant for you. On that note, my pal twos, if this is where we part ways, do remember to subscribe to the channel and like this if it resonated. If it didn't, then you can always, I got like over 100 other timeless general reads. You can always go look at them. There are some you might have looked at before. You might need to go back and check out. Might be a message there for you. A lot of these readings, I've looked back at some of them and I'm like, wow, I missed some things. Or maybe I'm attracted to a different pile this time. So always take your time and go back. All right, last but not least, we're going to Mother Mary and my Amazonite crystal people. My Amazonite people, I feel like there is almost like you're seeking tranquility. You're seeking peace. You're seeking rest. You're seeking just, I look at the cover of her box and this is what I feel for you guys. And it's the same color as the stone. Just wanting to be able to say, I made it. I did it. I'm here finally. Being able to just exhale. and just feel grounded, feel safe, feel protected, feel like your heart is healed, and just feel like it's at ease, and just worry free, stress free is what I feel for this pal. And if you're not there yet, then that's what October's bringing in for you. Some time that is going to last, but you have to see it as lasting. You cannot see it as this is something that might be temporary. You have to look at it as something that will last, because it is. There's something coming in that is going to make you feel like, wow, is this the big thing? This is what I've been waiting for? Is this what I've been looking for? This is what I've been looking for. You're going to feel like that. And don't doubt it. Don't say, well, I felt like this before and it didn't last. Know that this time it's going to last. It's going to last. Okay, I feel abundance in this pile as well. I feel the abundance in every one of these piles. So there is money coming in October. Stay open to it. Claim it. Click like and write in the comments. Claim it if you claim this abundance that is coming in, because it's coming in. All right, it's coming in. I'll claim it. All right, so we're gonna go first to the Archangel Power Tarot cards to see what the heck is going on. What else Mother Mary wants you to know going into October? Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So, what Mother Mary wants you to know, my pal threes, going into October, you may feel like you're going through some challenges right now. Financially, maybe you feel like you're being left out of something that maybe you feel like you had a hand in. Maybe you feel like you built something, or you contributed at work, or you were a part of making something manifest, or making something stronger, or bringing something to light, and you're not getting your credit. But there are other people who are basking in the light of what you've created, of what you've done. People that are thriving off of it, while now you're on the outs. Maybe you've recently been fired. Maybe you recently quit something. Maybe you walked away from something. I'm just seeing a need to realize that help is coming in. Maybe you feel like I'm all alone in this. You're having a lot of negative thoughts, and these negative thoughts are self-fulfilling prophecies. So if you find yourself saying, I'm trying to stay positive, then you're not positive, because trying means you're not doing it. If you hear yourself saying, I built that, I did that, I made that happen, I was a contributor to this, but I'm not getting my credit, you're going to continue not to get your credit. If you feel like I'm left out in the cold while these people are still doing great, I'm going to be left out. They're putting me outside, or I'm out, or I'm worried. I don't know where I'm going to get my money from. I don't know what I'm going to do. All of that self-talk, you're manifesting it. You're manifesting it. All right. Going into October, you have a whole new beginning ahead of you. Archangel Jeremiah is here. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So this is like the judgment card. You're getting a whole new beginning. Whatever it was you were doing before, you weren't supposed to be doing. Now, as she's leaving this place behind, does she look worried? Do she look like she give a hell? No. She got her angel wings and she's keeping it moving. All right. Here, you're being blessed. Maybe you have a family and you're worried about how you're going to take care of them. Maybe you want a family. Maybe you just feel like there's so many challenges around. Every time there's a new challenge. You need to look back at the challenges you've overcome, Forgive those that may have played parts in the challenges. Forgive yourself for the struggles or maybe parts that you played in causing yourself to have these challenges, or focus on them. And just look back at your past with compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for the people who played parts in it because they didn't know no better, or they just were, their demons were bothered by your light. And realize that you have a whole new opportunity in October to start a new life. And I feel like in October, you're going to find your purpose. That is how Mother Mary is showing God and Archangel Jeremiah are helping you in October to find your true north, to find your true purpose, to find your way through the challenges and these mountains that you've already overcome, so that now you can use your wisdom to realize what it is you are truly being called to do. You're going to have an epiphany. We have Archangel Raziel coming through. This is the Hermit. Joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. So for some of you, you're being told that meditation is going to show you what it is your true purpose is. The more you meditate, the more you find clarity into what direction you need to go in. For others of you, your spiritual work brings you joy and you grow through it. And your purpose is to be a light to other people, maybe guide people through meditation as well. I'm really getting that this is what you are meant to do. You may be a healer, my Pal Threes. You may be somebody who helps people spiritually grow, my Pal Threes. You may also find that through meditation, you grow and you find your true north. The moon is at the bottom of the deck, Archangel Haniel. The opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. For many of you, what it is, your purpose, whatever is your purpose, it brings you fear. You are afraid to really step on that path. And there's several reasons I'm hearing. It could be finances. It could be judgment from others. It could be all sorts of things, thinking you're not going to get support. But you are going to find that there will be a loyal following. You will get support. You will get finances that you need. You're being guided, and your intuition is playing a big part. So you may also be a reader, but they're saying really listen to your intuition because it's very accurate right now. That could also be another calling to you. Maybe you're afraid to tap into that. But I'm getting that is important for you. Very important to do what you love. She's showing me that too. You're going to grow in your career, in your artistic endeavors. You need to plan. You need to plan. You're not planning and you're not being optimistic. All right. If you stay optimistic and you make plans as to what you're going to do next, you are going to find also working with other people, cooperating and working with other people. You will find that what you want to do is going to manifest. It will grow and you're going to be great. You're going to be great. Excellent work. The work you do is excellent. You sometimes doubt that too. I feel like you doubt yourself a lot, my Pal Threes. And it's time for you not to trust your gifts. Trust that you're being guided and everything is going to fall into place. Don't worry about whatever you're leaving behind. Don't worry about whatever's rejecting you. All right. Whatever does, it's like, we don't want you no more. Don't worry about that. Because really, it's being rejected by you. Okay? Your guides are telling you don't need that no more. This is where you're going, and where you're going, you're going to be so successful. You're about to get a lot of recognition for what it is you do. I'm going to get you a card from the Magdalene Oracle before I get you your advice from Mother Mary's Oracle. All right. Wow. Sacred sexuality is your advice. Maybe you're a little backed up. I know I am. All right, we're going to find out what is this all about, Mother Mary. Okay, sacred sexuality is coming through the Magdalene Oracle. And let's see, I'm going to read it from the book. All right. Sexual energy is perhaps the strongest motivating force that we humans possess. Yet this energy is also one of the most misunderstood and misused energies. Sexual energy, when honored and combined with love, takes on a sacred form and becomes an extraordinary power. This form of sexual energy is the greatest creative force on our planet. Great achievements in all areas of life are possible when we learn to control and direct our sexual energy towards a particular endeavor. Sacred sexuality is a spiritual merging of two souls. This merger may be physical and spiritual, or it can be a purely spiritual one. Both are equally valid and powerful. Sacred sexuality is also communion with the divine. Reflected through one another, you come face to face with the God, goddess of all creation. God, goddess of all there is. It is through such a union that you soon experience a most profound sense of love and bliss. This experience will have a profound effect on your life. Honor it, for it is truly sacred. Thank the universe for this blessing. So it's almost like you're merging, your spirit or your energy is merging and becoming one with the divine. So I do feel like the work you have to do on this planet is very spiritual. And maybe you've been avoiding that. Maybe you've been feeling like people are going to judge you off of that or ridicule you. There's something you're missing when it comes to your spiritual work. A lot of spiritual stuff coming up and connecting to the divine coming through. And I really feel like that's where you need to be focused. Healing others in some way, shape, or form. You're very good at what you do. You're very intuitive. And this is your comfort. This is, you wanted tranquility. You wanted to be able to rest and go, this is what I needed. They're letting you know. Commune with the divine. Become one with the divine. And this card is jumping at me, so I'm going to take it. This is your message from Mother Mary, your advice. Our Lady of Sacred Waters. To cleanse oneself spiritually is to immerse oneself in the sanctuary of divine connection and sacred presence. This weakens the grip of our attachment to emotional pain and strengthens our ability to be emotionally authentic without becoming so overwhelmed by our suffering that we act out and betray our core values or disengage from our spiritual connection. Know that you can process any emotion with dignity and grace. So what you are being advised to do is to watch how you process how you feel. Find meditation, find different outlets for how you release your emotions so that they don't become negative forces that are manifesting negative things in your life. And that is the message I have for you guys. That was some deep 911s. I'm going to have to listen back to this. All right. On that note, I hope that this has resonated with you guys, brought you either some clarity, giving you an idea of where your passion lies, where to focus your energy, and also gave you some peace of mind, some heart healing, some love, some comfort and nurturing that you might have needed right now, headed into October. I love you guys. Peace, blessings. Don't forget to subscribe on Patreon if you want some extended information, if you want some extra reads and some extra steam sessions and visualizations to get grounded. Blessings, of course, like I said, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of this tribe. Bye.